What's up, everyone? Welcome. I was going to say welcome back to you guys, but welcome back to me.
Yeah,
Back
you're
after a
slacker.
1 week slacking layoff. Let's say hi to everybody. I'm going to say hi to Dr. John was here super early. He was here before John. Surprise, surprise.
No, not surprised.
Mr. Brightside, hello. Sir Bass, Sheila, Macklin, Sarah, good to see you. Susan, hello. Lil Dragon Star, like that name. Cross saved. Hello, Susan. I might be saying hi to Susan again. There might be two Susans. I'm not 100% sure. Randy, how are you doing this evening? David, hello. Chase Chaser, good to see you here, my friend. Hi, Shy Guy. Pop Funko UK. Love seeing that name. It's here. You guys are here every week from the U. I love it. Very near. Hello. You know what? Susan made, because you made so many, I'm going to say hello again to Susan again. Because why not? Pipsqueak, hello. Never Ask, hello. Funko Sly with Jeremy, Gerald, Wondersmith, Smith, Les.
Look at that.
Gerald.
Cindy's
William.
on a cruise. What's up, Cindy?
Magma, hello. Funko 411. Michael, did you sell out of your boxes? You had to have sold out of the boxes already.
411's got mystery boxes?
Not no more, John. You missed it. You got to be on this thing.
I missed it again.
His boxes sell out almost as fast as your boxes. You have to know about this stuff like in advance now. You guys are doing amazing work, and Michael does amazing boxes. So it's caught on in this community because they sell out quickly. Parrot Pops, hello. Holly, hello. Arthur, hello. Gary, hello. And I think we're caught up. Oh, and Bosco Pops.
Oh, this is a good run too. Shoot, we should have jumped on this. Next one.
I watched Michael's video immediately, and I purchased 2 boxes instantaneously. So, guys, how are you doing? How did last week go without me? Did you guys make it through okay? Was anybody real sad?
I think we went for like 5 hours without you.
Did you? How did you guys fill up 5 hours without all my rambling and nonsense?
We did have a lot to talk about. It's been a blur. I don't know what we did talk about, but we did have a lot to talk about, if I remember.
Yeah, there was a lot of little things.
Oh, we like recapped Target Con and everything.
Okay, well, we don't have to rehash all that because it might bore everybody that was actually.
No, I think we're Target Conned out.
We're Target Conned out.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about? When did the NFTs drop? When did this? Did we talk about that?
Which ones?
No, the Transformers
Star Wars and stuff. Transformers.
Well, those we talked about.
We talked about. We knew the Transformers and the Star Wars were coming. We just didn't know which characters.
Okay, so the Transformers announcement wasn't before last week.
Yeah,
I know. I'm super looking forward. I think that they did an amazing job for Series 2. John, you probably like the Freddy out of that.
I love the Freddy, and it's crazy. Like 3 people this week have asked me if I needed Freddy Megatron or Freddy Soundwave, and honest to God, I don't know. Like I don't even know if I have them because I'm trying to collect all of them. But we've already packed up like a quarter of our collection. So
yeah,
but I need this. I need Grimlock though. I definitely need Grimlock.
Yeah, Grimlock looks like a good one. I've got the other couple. Josh, are you going to be going after Transformers? Is that like a
Transformer? Yeah, Transformer. That's why I waited like this past month.
You waited for something you wanted.
Anything. Yeah, I'm like I have to want it to go after him because it's such a gamble, anyways. Like hit or miss kind of thing. And I'll go after packs because then I'll go after the royalty too. It has to be a royalty I want a lot of times as well. I think that's a big part of it. So if it's a Freddy or another royalty that I really want, I'll go after them.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, the Transformers, I'm 100% complete Transformers. I don't count the movies, so I don't have any of the movies ones, but 100%. Except for actually, no, you know what? I need 2 of the NFTs still. I'm still working on 2 of the last round of NFTs, which those got a little bit expensive. I'm curious to see how these are going to be. I feel like these packs are going to be better. I still think it's too many packs, so I don't know if they will sell out once again. But I think that Funko's okay with us determining what the size of these and what the numbers are going to come out at.
Yeah.
What's up,
So
Jack?
we'll find out.
Great question right here, actually, from William Smith. He says, how much money do you guys spend on Funko Pops? Well, William, what's great is the 3 of our channels are actually sponsored by Funko. So we get all of our pops for free, which is...
Yeah. Man, John, I wish you were telling the truth.
I just had to.
You could tell by Joanna's laughter that we probably spend way more.
No, we spend like a lot of money on pops.
All the spouses will agree too much.
Yeah, yes, 100%. They will all 100. Listen, you guys could, if you ever watch our channel, you know for a fact, like even though Bree loves doing this, she still definitely kind of puts the reins on things. I mean, realistically, if we didn't have a YouTube channel, would we spend as much? There's, I've gotten to the point where really I don't buy stuff just to buy stuff anymore. And actually, this will be a good segue into what we're going to talk about for the majority of tonight's show.
Yeah.
But I don't buy stuff just to buy stuff. Like I really have to want that, mystery boxes aside, because obviously we spend a lot of mystery boxes every week. You can add it up if you wanted to. It's at least a couple $100 a week in mystery boxes, but like stuff that we're actually buying for our collection, we kind of do budget it. I mean, we don't go crazy. Well, how do you say we don't go crazy when you when you start looking around here? But we definitely don't buy as much as we used to. Because I remember, like back in the day, when sodas,
the newer things that are coming out all the time.
Yeah, like sodas, we used to buy every single, at least one or two or a couple of every single soda that was ever dropped. You know what I mean? Even if I wasn't going to keep them or know that I wanted them or not, I thought that I would want them, so I would buy all of the sodas. We definitely have kind of curtailed that, quite a bit, I think, over the last year or so.
So Bosco Pop says, we'd be so jealous, everybody would stop watching the channel. And I'd actually agree, because Joanna and I were actually very fortunate enough. We got sent some Funko games and some puzzles, and we did a video. I'm sure some of you guys remember that. We got so much flack and hate messages from people for that. I actually don't ever want anything for free ever from Funko, just because of the jealousy and weird hate comments.
You know what? I don't think I would want to, I wouldn't want to be sponsored. One, it would start to feel like work, like if I was sponsored in any way. And two, I like collecting stuff. You know what I mean? I like the thought of going out and collecting stuff. I really don't want to be given anything. I know that sounds weird. I mean, because in saying that, we've gotten a lot of amazing gifts. I actually enjoy being part of the community. I feel like we're a part of the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I've sent stuff to people. People send stuff to us. I like doing all that kind of thing more than getting stuff from a company. And I don't think it would.
You know what? If we could get something we would not buy and just kind of talk about and review, if it was something that we like but wasn't. And that's hard too, because I don't like to review something that I don't want to buy as well sometimes too.
No,
I'm not going to buy it myself. But I mean, I guess if we got it and we could just give it away, that would be.
I would do that.
Story, where we could talk about, oh, this is the newest My Little Pony, and I'm not going to keep it for my collection, but you can win it today. Maybe. Okay.
And maybe a social media Freddy for each one of us. I mean, we've been doing this show for 3 years. I mean,
well, thank you, Travis. And Joanna's disagreeing with me over here, and I do agree with her. We do work very hard. So I know, we did earn. I feel like we earned that package that we got. It was just, it was great. It was just, I don't enjoy people attacking us.
But I think people will attack us no matter what. Sorry, not on PFO, but I think people will attack us no matter what. And I think our true supporters were really happy for us when we received box.
That's true.
When we received the box from Funko, everybody in our group chats was like, oh my God, you guys deserve it finally. And it was puzzles. So I think the negative people that say oh, you don't deserve the box, they don't see how hard all of us work, not just me and you.
Jenny,
Like,
that's people in general, though. There's a lot of jealous people. Like,
I think
Yeah,
all of you deserve a box. If Funko sends something Transformers to Vince and something like old cartoons to Josh, like that would be like killer. You guys deserve it. You guys are putting out all this content.
I think that's
okay,
the
you know what,
biggest
Joanna?
thing.
She's right. We deserve a lot of stuff. I take everything I said back. Yeah, I can give you my PO box, Mr. Funko, if you'd like.
I mean, I think
But I know
one
what you're
thing
saying,
too,
though.
a lot of people don't realize how many people like that are in all these different industries get stuff and talk about it, and then also get free stuff, but then also they're paid to talk about it as well too. Like they're like, here's $500 for you to do a video on this, and it has to be something. I mean, I've been in that point with like vlogging and stuff like that before, and other social media like influencer type things, and like food things we've done before, Shannon and I, in the past. And it still has to be something like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie about a product. I'm not gonna like I'm gonna talk about it how I want and develop something. And if I don't feel like the right partnership, I'll probably say something right up front. And I think we all would be like that. Like if we don't feel like, I don't know, we get hit up with some weird things on Instagram too. Like all kinds of weird things on videos or emails and things like that. I mean, I've been hit up with other platforms other than Whatnot. I think we all have been hit up by other platforms.
Oh yeah.
We're still with Whatnot. We're working with them and that. Not like we wouldn't look at them, but
we've been contacted by some bad platforms, or maybe not bad platforms, but
in your opinion, there's a reason.
Some platforms with some very rude marketing people. I will just say that.
or their names don't match the name that comes from the email, and it's kind of weird. And sometimes though you have to like, do you want to? I don't want to send the people that watch us over to something that I'm not sure about myself.
Yeah, I mean I 100% agree. I mean, I've turned stuff down in the Funko realm. I won't get into everything, but I've turned stuff down that
I've turned stuff down that I won't buy. Like if I won't personally buy it, I cannot faithfully and morally endorse something that I don't use or would buy myself for my
I mean, and I think we all have integrity, and I think we're gonna, obviously that's gonna be the case. I think with stuff like that, like getting sponsored, it's different. Like if a company reaches out, like I know Ralphie sent us a free fig pin at one point, like it was Eeyore, I believe, like that felt good for whatever reason. That felt good to be acknowledged, and I think if Funko sent us something, I probably would feel, quite honestly, the same way. Like a social media, like Freddie would fit, since we've talked about their stuff for the last 3 years, and so does like we're huge supporters. Like I guess that would fit. I'm not trying to talk myself into that though.
Be okay. All the new social media Freddie for all of us would be okay. We would be okay with that. I think everyone would be okay with that.
Yes, and that's it. I don't want anything more.
Susan, moving is terrible. I would like it to be November. That's the update.
Moving always sucks.
Yeah, moving this week especially was terrible. So that's where we stand on. That's the update. Back to you, Vince.
So listen, it ties in perfectly now, because now let's talk about what everybody's been talking about, the Project Fred, because I know I'm really curious to get your guys' opinions, because I definitely have opinions on this as well. So
everybody in the chat, I'd like to hear the chat's opinion.
I think I know what the chat's going to say.
Start to break it down. I want to see everyone's like. I feel like I know what it's going to be as well, but I saw some colorful comments on.
Josh, what do you feel? I'm going to ask Josh first. Josh, what do you feel about Project Fred and this kind of?
So it's funny though. This kind of goes in line with something I did talk about a little while ago. We've talked about on this channel. We talked about Funko having kind of like two sides, having that side where it's available for everyone. It's $15, $10, $20, whatever it is. You can get your Funko Pop, your soda, your biddies, your whatever, right? It's available in all kinds of stores. Then you have your stuff for your premium collector. You have your premium collector things that might be one off. Now, price point, I don't know about it. Like, I think it's kind of strange, but if you, what's the like, I don't know. Have we seen the quality of it? Have we seen like really those kind of pieces and parts of it? And it's hard to say. But will this continue? Will this, you see other things? It reminds me of going from open whatever mass manufactured toy to designer toy. Kind of like two sides, maybe. Like that.
Yeah.
Designer toys are about, that's not far off from
No,
a
it's
lot
not
of the
that far
higher
off.
end designer toys, especially at that size. That's what, 11 inches? I think they're saying that's a good size figure. I have the Chomp over here. Hold on.
Grab that big boy. I love this thing.
This thing is huge. It's like a small pet.
A small pet. This is more like an average size pet.
Average pet.
My friend.
Look at that
Friend
thing.
here. So, and he's the,
Were those 200?
those were about 200, yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah,
would
that's
give
what
you
I
like
thought.
$1,000 if you walked into like a Walgreens or something and told people that was like your emotional support jump. Go to the movies with them.
Definitely could be.
I mean, it's not like they sell giant squishmallows that are way bigger than this at Walgreens.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
true.
like
Yeah.
that. So they'll think nothing of it. But like this kind of thing, it's a well done figure in that. But I think the box quality and all those things add to it. So I don't think it's very far off from what they're charging. Really,
No.
for
Yeah,
the
I
production
don't
of
think
it.
so either.
I actually really like this comment by Chase Chaser. He said, "Project Fred is the exact opposite of what makes Funko fun to collect. The figure looks pretty rough, and the price is outrageous." The only thing I disagree with that statement is I think the figure looks nice. Like I think it's clean. Colors look great. Fun design. Like with I really like the hamburger as the crown. I think that was a nice detail. But I've seen a few people say it, and honestly, that it's exactly how I felt. I was kind of excited. Wasn't really thrilled on the size, but I was like, all right, I want to get one. I want to see what it's all about. And then when I found out the price, I immediately, like, it wasn't even a question. It was just like, this is out of our budget. This is out of our price range. And Joanna and I actually talked about it for a while, and we said, all right, like, we get it. Like, this is supposed to be some sort of celebratory milestone figure, So from that perspective, the most I would have spent on it with the chance at a chase. If it wasn't a chance at a chase, I think I'd only spend like $50 to $75 on it. But I would spend $100, but no more than that. But I also am confused at what market are they going after? Are they going after a different market? Because there is, believe it or not, and I think Pipsqueak even said it, Pipsqueak said they're afraid that this is going to sell out because then it shows Funko that there is a market for this. There is a market for these higher end figures. Look at Hot Toys collectors. Look at they're like Bear Brick. Those things are not cheap, But that's a whole different market of collectors. That's not the people who are like, like you and me, like that. We're just excited for like a $15 pop.
Let me say something, because this is where I think you're actually wrong. And a good example, and I'm going to give you some examples. How much have you spent on some of your limited Freddies, 1,000-piece Freddies? Have you ever spent $200 on a limited piece Freddy, 1,000-piece?
Of course.
Have you spent $250? Have you spent close to $300 on that? Probably.
Yes, but that's because I love the pop as a collectible.
Totally
that
understand.
Is what I'm collecting. I'm not a designer toy fan. I'm not a designer toy
but I
fan.
don't think that they're going, or this is where I think the angle comes in at. I don't think they're going after a designer toy fan. I think they're going after a Funko. They said it last year. Do you guys remember in one of their calls that they did, they said they were going to try to get into the secondary market type of thing, or they said something to that effect. I think this is their way of saying, hey, listen, we're going to put out a figure. it's not necessarily a premium product. And I'm not saying it's not a premium product, but I'm saying it's not necessarily a designer toy. But what they are doing by this, they're saying, are there 750 people in the world that will pay $300 for something that I think it's actually a pretty nice figure? Am I going to spend $295? No, they've priced me out of that market. But we're not supposed to collect everything, and I don't think everything is supposed to be for everyone. I think that it's okay in a sense that they're doing what they're doing, because this is never going to be for me. A $300 price point at retail is not going to be something for me. But is there 750 people out there that would take that risk at it? Now their chase is going to be 75 pieces. Like, if you go back, like, I've seen plenty of like the Toys R Us Freddy's, the 36-inch Freddy's. I've seen those sell for $5,000, and I bet you there's more than 75 out there. I've seen 100. Like, I was just looking today. There was a 100-piece Freddy vinyl, which is probably, maybe it was 6 or 7 inches. I don't know exactly how big it was, but only 100 pieces for and it was a Skeletor, of course. But they're asking, like, I don't know, almost $4,000 for this thing. It's not a pop. It's obviously has a market. It's got a $4,000 price tag. I'm not saying that they sell for $4,000, because even if they sell at $1,500, so who are they going after? They're going after the Funko collector. I think that they know that they'll sell out. They'll 100 guys. I guarantee you they sell out. And I started kind of, this whole conversation kind of where I was thinking, we've all spent several $100s on pops before. We buy them because we love them. And there are Freddy collectors out there that will have to have something like this. There are big boy collector. Believe it or not, there's people that just collect big boy stuff. And whatever other Project Freddy's that come out, there's going to be people that collect those. And there are going to be 750 people that will go after it. And then you're going to get some of those people that are not actually collectors and say, hey, I'm going to spend $300 for a chance at $1,000 piece, $1,500 piece. I don't know what.
Yeah, but that's where I'm saying, like, okay, if they want to skip a step and go right to the secondary market,
right?
Like, what's the market for that chase if someone doesn't pull it and now you're trying to sell it? Like, what do you like? You just threw out a number, $1,000, and that's probably not far off from what the chase could be worth. But like, how many people are throwing down $1,000?
Well,
now?
I don't think you're going to get. See, I think that's where it eliminates some of that. Like, so let's be honest, it would be flipper people that are
75 people want that $1,000 chase. I mean, there's 75 of them. That's it.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I will spend, I don't know, what's a decent Freddy that I spent a couple $100s on. Like, okay, like
Freddy Funko's Doctor Strange, you spent 12.
Okay, let's go with that one. Freddy Funko as Doctor Strange, which happens to be right here. Yes, I bought that for $1,200. That's
Ellie, what?
So
very
that's
humbling to say out loud. Limited to 400 pieces.
Okay.
Thank you. But that's because I wanted that figure because it fits into what I collect, and it's of a figure of a character that I love.
Ad icons. People that are ad.
I don't know. I'm so torn. Like, I keep going back and forth, like what you said, Vince. Like, part of me thinks it's gonna sell out, and then part of me is like, is this gonna be like those? Did those Iron Mans sell out? Like,
they sold out pretty much instantly.
Those sold out too. I don't. This
not instantly.
The market right now is like completely upside down and like unpredictable. Like, I don't know. Like, people have money. And people go after certain things, but people don't go after other things. Like, it is weird right now.
So Vince, you might not spend $300 on this guy, Fred, but check out the thing I just put in. So you could, would you spend $265 on a Scareglow Mondo figure that glows?
Listen, I don't think I'd spend it on this either, but I would be a lot closer to spending it on this, quite honestly.
Because it fits in with more. See, but that's the thing, though. I collect Freddy. I actually like Big Boy as well. I have like no desire to get this because I just think I love a big figure. I love limited stuff, and I love stuff that has a chance at something even more limited. But
John, let me ask you this question.
I don't understand the market of what it just shows me that, like, do they have a team of people doing analytics, or are they just like, did Mike Becker just wake up and go, yeah, I want to make this thing. We're going to reveal it at the restaurant. We're going to call Fluffy down and it's going to be great. You know, like,
yeah, but I mean, with what though? What are in like regards to what you think it's a bad idea? Why? Because you feel they're charging too much?
Because I think the demographic of people and what brings people into Funko every single year is the low threshold for what you have to pay to be a collector. That's all.
Okay, I don't disagree with that whatsoever. But do you think that this, like, listen, I love Lamborghinis, okay? I love them. I wish I could own one. I'm never going to own one, though, unfortunately, because I can't pay that. Now, at the same time, like, is that an introduction to cars? Like, if I think that I got to go, if I'm going to go get a car when I'm 16, if I think that I should own a Lamborghini out of the gate, like, I think there might be an issue. I had to drive a old beat up, whatever the heck I drove back. I don't even remember what it was called. I don't even know if it had a name brand, to be honest with you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what your entry level is. I don't think these are for entry level people coming in, and this is not going to grow whatever. I think that this is catered toward a certain people. Listen, we just said it kind of at the beginning. We spend a lot of money on Funko. This is not for me either. I'm playing the one side of it. One thing I don't like that. What if we get to a point now that they say, okay, this kind of works. We're going to start producing, we're going to produce 10,000 of this Funko, but this pop here, because it's limited to 10,000, we're charging $25 for it.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. That's what I don't want to see. If they are starting to decide, like, we're going to skip right to secondary market pricing, and now we are going to decide, like, what something is worth instead of putting something at retail, like $15, $18, $20, make enough money to where it's cost effective to make the item, but they're not making like astronomical profit right out of the gate. Like, you need the secondary market exists for a reason. You have things that go up and down based on supply and demand from people who are in a community who like the hobby or like the item or product that a company sells, because they decide what it's worth on the secondary market, not what the company decides. So now, but then maybe Funko is sitting around a table going, this is going to be a $5,000 chase, and this is going to be a $2,000 comment on the aftermarket. So this is what we're going to charge. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
I think you're underestimating the cost of actually producing one of these figures, though.
No, I know. I bet you it's expensive. I know it's expensive.
Cheap production. And limiting it to that many pieces, and that's all. If you're not going to ever make that mold again, and you spent that money on that mold, and then you also that box is maybe a premium box. Hopefully, I would hope so. Like the Chomp boxes, things like that. Some of the other designer toys that come in nice boxes that can be put away and kept if you want. Better than some of the others. I've had more expensive ones come in crappy boxes as well too. So. That you take them out, and that's probably about it. You won't be able to, like, the boxes aren't meant for, keeping them safe and all those kind of things. So,
I mean, with everything that I said, what I'm worried about, though, also is what they're going to do is the next Project Freddy will be the exact same mold and just colored differently. And that's when the problems start to come in. So, I'm trying to, like, I can justify and I can understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get they are dipping into that secondary market with the pricing that they're trying to set out the gate. Because to me, I mean, I don't know what makes for like a good, I'm not the person to talk to say, this is a designer toy that you should be able to pay $250 or $50. I really wouldn't know the difference between the two. So I can't say that this is like premium. I get why they're charging where they're charging, because I think that they can, and I think that they will sell out. But what I worry about, and like kind of what you were saying, Jen, like when they start saying, let's just do this and we're going to just roll it out and people are going to love it. I think that they will on the first one, but kind of like what happened with the die cast, what's happened with a lot of the other premiums, they kind of mess it up in the fact that if they bring out the exact same mold for the next one and they just change the paint color, people will start to lose interest super quick. And 750, I think, will start to become art. And I would hope that they would have those conversations ahead of time, and maybe they did. If they ever need any, I think that this would be a good forum for us to, throw some ideas around for them. But because that's where I think they start to lose people. You can't charge $300 doing the exact same thing. I don't think, just changing the colors. And
well, they might think they can get away with it if they continue to make it this limited or less. If they say, hey, we're going to come out with a Batman 11-inch Project Fred or something, and it's very similar, and he just has a mask, and the crown is a little bit different colored and stuff. But Tommy has a great comment.
Person too.
Yeah, Tommy has a great comment here. Every hobby has its whales, and sometimes you have to target the whales to get good sales. Look at Magic the Gathering and all the licensing they are doing. Yeah. I think that's a great point, and there definitely are. There is a portion of this community that has disposable income like nothing else. Like
Jen, you see it in the forums.
Yeah, I see it in the Facebook.
It's a different. It's not even. It's like not people, even the same community.
Yeah, people will literally post like, "I have $10,000. Show me what you got," and then they're looking for like anything pre-2015, or they're looking for like super OG con stuff or LE
or limited numbers.
Less. Yeah, they're looking for big stuff. So this could be for that market. I guess when they labeled this like Project Fred, I guess now, price aside,
you got excited.
Yes, as a Freddy collector,
I
was super excited, and then I was immediately like super let down.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if there's a way I can express my disappointment for not being.
No, John, I think you're hitting it right on the head. I felt the exact same way. Like I was excited. Like I was excited for them just to do some fun social media stuff. Yeah. Like I like the hype behind. Like it got me. I'm like,
this is going to be people involved more than usual. Like they did a reveal for it. They actually had social media.
Yeah, I loved all that.
Yeah,
social media things about it. I mean, this is what they need to do more often with stuff that they just aren't doing. So hopefully this is a good sign towards what's coming. I mean, I think that's, some of it. I think also, how will this turn? Will there be smaller Project Freds? Maybe there'll be a $40.
See, that's the other thing. Like, why couldn't they release a smaller one, like a 2-inch one alongside this one? Like
they might. Though who knows? They might later on reveal not a 2-inch, but maybe a 6-inch or whatever, a 4-inch figure or something like that. They might have ones that are like almost like vinyl size, like the smaller vinyl size stuff. So you don't know how they're gonna do it. I think minis would be fun with different Project Fred minis. Would be a blast, and they could be a little more than regular minis, $10-15. That's easy. Any designer toy out there that has minis, that's about the price they are. They're not $4 and change. They're a little more.
Yeah. I think the beauty of Funko is that, they have products for everyone, but a majority of the products start out like even like the most expensive con pops, like the most expensive Freddies, like all the stuff in all of our collections that has a lot of value, like they started out at $15. Now maybe there was like a lottery, or you had to go to that event, or you had to know somebody who was at one of the random Funko parties where they only gave out this event for this item for free and everything. So I don't know, I guess I'm a very like equal playing field kind of person, and like I believe everyone should have the same opportunities. Even though I'm not naive, I know everyone comes from different backgrounds. We all have different budgets. We all have different jobs. Like we are all in very different situations. But I guess one of the things I like to see about Funko is that give everybody a chance to collect it and own a piece of what I would consider this Project Fred, like a piece of Funko history. Like it's the first one in this project, in this lineup. So I guess when you eliminate a lot of people, and Joanne and I, we are actually very fortunate. Like if we really wanted to, we could take money out of like our house fund or something. And I could say, you know what, I want to, like somebody mentioned, like this would be good content for a channel. This would be great content. Like we could use this. write it off on our taxes, claim it as a business expense, and say, hey, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a $300 video of me opening this and then go from there. But it's just.
Then we don't have $300 for land.
True, we don't have $300 for other things, but at the same time, like, it doesn't make me, I'm not drawn to it as a collector because the company set the value. I'm drawn to things that have value on the aftermarket because those values are determined by other collectors based on supply and demand.
I still think, we need to, I want to see the quality of the figure and what it is. Like, that's one thing, I'm surprised they haven't sent it to someone to unbox. A certain someone we all know probably would get it, to unbox. They announced it, they talked about it, but I'm surprised that we haven't seen that at least that day of or before.
Well, I mean, the drop is what, next Thursday?
Yeah, it's coming up. Coming up.
Imagine the proto of this one. I mean, if it's starting out at $295,
don't even go there. Don't even go there.
But I think I do like that it's a random kind of lottery type system. Though
the system that they're using, like, I'm not familiar with that, but I've done some stuff with other collectibles. I've actually gone into shoe lotteries before for some of my son's stuff, and actually my daughter's stuff this year too. The way that other collectibles and stuff like that are done is a lot better than what has happened in the past. So I think it's a more fair way to do it. I think there will be people that are going to try to get them and just to go for the chase, because I think that the chase will be worth several times more than whatever this, $295. I think it'll be at least 600, 700, 800 minimum out the gate. And really, sky's the limit. When you start talking 100 pieces and less, the price is going to get up there super quick. And John, just to kind of follow up on what you were saying, I'm right there with you. Like, I was excited for it. I seen the price and I said, this is not for me. With that being said, I know that there's people that it is there for. There are certain collections that, like, we're huge ad icon people too. Like, this is real close to being something that I would want. But again, even with the channel and even with spending as much as we do, I can't give up a week's worth of content to open it up just to show it off. Like, and it's not something that I don't even, really, when we're buying stuff, I'm buying stuff that I actually would want to buy. So I don't even know if it would be authentic to try to do that. Like, I make jokes sometimes with the 3 liters with Bray, and she's being 100% honest. She does hate them. I love the 3 liters. I really do love the 3 liters. So, the reason why we pick up the 3 liters is because I enjoy them. Now, why I pick up extra ones, one, I'm a moron, and two, it's probably, to unbox and do that kind of thing. We end up giving them away anyway.
I'm right there with you. I kind of like some of the 3 liters too. Joanna feels similar, and we've been going through that and everything.
Yes.
But I have a quick analogy for how I felt about this whole thing, and this kind of like wraps up like my thoughts and opinions on this. You guys ever go to like Chuck E. Cheese, or I guess now like the adult thing, right? It's like Dave and Buster's, right? You go, you play your games, and then you get a certain amount of tickets, or you get a certain amount of like tokens or something, right? And you go up to the prize, the prize shack, or whatever they have for like, where you pick your prize, right? At the end of when you're done playing all the games. And I feel like Project Fred is like that Xbox that's like all the way up there. It's 50 million tickets. You're never going to win it. You're not going to win it. So then you just kind of look at yourself and you're like, okay, all right, I have 200 tickets. What can I get for 200 tickets?
A piece of gum.
And for me, it was like, all right, I got 200 tickets, right? I am so fired up for this. The 500 piece pin. That's what, like, I ended the day with going, I am super fired up. I'm going to try to get one of these for my collection. I think this is awesome. It's still like a part of the event. And I know, a lot of people are probably selling this, like people who went there, because it's limited. It's 500 pieces. It's the same character. It's just a pin. It's not the 11-inch finger. So this is what I'm excited for. this is what I'm hyped to get for my
I was
collection.
surprised they didn't have a chase with the pin. That would have been pretty cool.
That
for the people
would have been
there.
cool. That would have been super cool.
I'm also surprised with the Fred figure. They didn't do like 3 different chases. Like kind of like the Iron Man multiple chases. I think that when they did that, that really kind of drove a little more of the market because it's like a bigger lottery ticket gamble kind of thing for some people just to even get
I feel
that.
like they think they don't need to
1 in
do
50
that.
would have been awesome. Like a 1 in 50 chase, like
Oh,
something super rare. I don't know. It probably would have been just all golden or something crazy like that, but something super rare, super hard to get. Maybe black and white would have been cool, like a black and white figure or something. But it would have been really cool to have an extra element to it if you're going to be, especially charging that much.
Oh, look at this. 4BDN Gaming Collectibles.
Thanks
$2
for BDN.
Ooh, any news on the 4th member of
I've been
PFL?
asked, you know what's funny? I've been asked that question like 3 times over the last 2 weeks now.
Do we not have 4 members on screen? Oh.
I
Yeah,
hear
I can do
Joanna
it.
yelling in the background.
Yeah.
Joanna yelling in the background. Does she not count as the 4th member?
I think that is, that voice is the 4th member for now.
The chomp that you just had on camera. That's the 4th member.
That could be the
Like,
4th and
I could
5th
just have a
member.
separate camera for the chomp.
Maybe we'll chip in and buy a Freddy, and we'll
Fred.
set up a
Fred
camera
TV.
for
We'll buy
for him.
Fred. We'll buy Fred. Yeah.
Fred's hanging out.
Couple more comments here. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind. Koba says Funko, a pop culture collectibles company, has been accused of using misdirection in their marketing strategies. The concern is whether it is ethical for a company to resort to such tactics. I have not heard of that. And I mean, this isn't anything unethical. They're just putting out a product and they're saying it's $295.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, listen, us as consumers, we vote with our dollars. You know, if we don't like what they're putting out, we don't buy it. I mean, it's the only way you have with a company to really send a message to them. 750 pieces, I feel like they're going to sell out. Do I like it? Do I not? I'm kind of indifferent. I was excited for it. I was hoping to own one of these. Yeah, at this price point, it's just not some. I would rather use my money for something else. Not that I don't like it. I just would rather put that in.
$300 can get you a pretty good mystery box for the channel.
I mean, but if you think about it, like, Vince, so you just went to Disney. You go to Disney and you can check out all the Loungefly bags, right? They're $70, $80 or whatever, But then also you can check out the Dooney and Burke bags that are right
double
next
that
door
and
to
triple
it,
that.
that are triple 4 times the price.
And I don't think they look as good. I'm sorry, I'm putting that out there.
But that kind of the same idea. It's
no, it is the same idea, and that's
always
kind of
people that will have a premium product or something.
Yeah, it's the analogy I made with the car. Listen, a car has 4 wheels and gets you from point A to point B. Some people can afford a mega expensive one. Some people have to drive the pickup, and I'm okay driving the pickup. And
it costs you a lot less for oil change with the pickup
I mean,
compared to the
with that
Ferrari.
being said, though, too, we just value things differently. John just said he's got Freddy's behind him that are worth. His Freddy's that are behind him are worth more than pretty much everything that I have that I'm showing everywhere down here.
But Doctor Strange and a few others aside, I did not pay.
No. I know that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we're afraid to spend money on stuff. It's more the sense we're going to put it where we value.
And I had to
other
save
people
up.
are going to have a different opinion. Like I said, I've seen people spend $3,000 and $4,000 on some of the like 10-inch Freddy's. There was another Skeletor one that I had seen, the He-Man and Skeletor ones that they're maybe 24-inch at some point. I seen one of those sell for over $5,000. I would love to have that. Love it. And I'd gladly pay $295 for that. But I don't think that that's going to get it done anymore. So, maybe we're at that ground floor. $295 is going to seem like a deal. Now, should they, because they can sell it for that much? Is it a designer toy? I don't know. I think I don't know if that's what we're talking about, misdirection. I think it gets into that gray area.
No,
but
it's not.
Enough
It's not.
people want it.
They sell all different types of figures and products. It's not.
Yeah, and I think that
misdirection.
it's okay. It's okay to have different price points.
Yeah. There's another great comment from Gary McDonald who says, I do not trust Funko, saying it is limited to what a certain number of pops because of what happened at last year's San Diego Comic-Con. So that's a great comment. Gary, I actually do trust Funko based on what happened during last year's Fun Days because Funko actually came out as a company and admitted their mistake. They know that there are so many people who collect Funko products because of their scarcity, but because of their, limited edition, pieces and everything, they would risk a lot if they decided to say, hey, you know what? We are going to put integrity aside and we're going to produce something that says LE 500, but there's actually 5,000 of them. Now, if they didn't address what happened last year during San Diego Comic-Con and Fun Days, then I would definitely be right there with you and raising an eyebrow. But the fact that they came out, they not only admitted their mistake, they said, hey, this was a huge screw up. And then on top of that, they did send out, I know not everybody was thrilled with what they got, but they did offer some kind of program to send out packages to help correct that mistake. I think that was a very big move, and I will stand by Funko and how they addressed the situation. I think they could have done better, and I'm sure most people could agree that they could have done better, but the fact that they addressed it and they didn't just shove it under the rug, ignore it, and move on.
Yeah, it was one of the few times that they've addressed something. Because I mean, listen, like any company, they've made mistakes. That definitely was a huge one.
They did something.
They did something. It wasn't the
It's a
best
mixed
solution.
bag, but
I think it would have been impossible to make everybody 100%. There wasn't a way to be 100% happy with what happened.
The only way to fix that situation and correct it for the future is just to have a killer San Diego Comic-Con this year, a killer New York Comic-Con this year, produce limited pops all year. But I will tell you, as a collector of very limited pieces, like I have an eye and I really go after stuff that's very limited, which is very costly at certain times. I can tell you that without a fraction of a doubt in my mind that the stickers on Funko's products, those limited edition numbers are completely accurate because the amount of time and effort it has taken me to find a 1,000 piece limited piece pop compared to a 24 piece pop or a 96 piece pop, especially if you want to go back like years ago, there's just so few of them on the market. Like I could just tell you like 100% for a fact, like the numbers are true.
Yeah, if they're off, I don't think they're off. I think sometimes people feel like they're off by double and triple what the sticker says. I 100% disagree with that. Could they be off by 10%, 15%? Sure. I could see how that could happen because I don't think they have the tightest reins on, some of their quality control type of thing. Things have found their ways to places that they shouldn't find their ways to and that kind of thing. But are they off by double and triple? Like where I feel like some people feel like it might be. I don't think so either. I think that they're pretty accurate
I
to
think it's
what they
cool
put
that
on
they're
there.
doing the COA with them. So
Yeah.
they're doing the COA with them. I would love to see them. It would be really cool if they're
Should be
individually
hand numbered. They should
Individually
100%.
numbered would be amazing. I think that would be also.
Yeah.
It would set them apart from some of the Funko stuff individually numbered, where you really see like the person that wants one of 75, for the chase, and they want the one. They want
Right.
one of the. They're willing to pay $3,000 because they want the one of 75, or they want 75 of 75, or whatever one they want in that run. They want it, and I think that's where you get the premium. Just like you saw that with NFTs and things like that. People want to collect all the one of the serial number, so I think that would have been a good thing for them to add to. I don't know if they will. We'll see it. They mentioned the COA, but they didn't mention that. And usually they'll mention if it's individually numbered.
Yeah, and I feel like they should do that too.
If they could do it for Hikaris, they could do
Yeah,
it.
they did it with the Hikaris. Why could they not do that now? And we're talking, this is a lower piece count than a lot of the Hikaris, even though there were some Hikaris that were 500 piece and lower. The higher ones, yeah, they definitely can do that for sure.
Yeah. So I unfortunately have to go.
Listen, I saw the blinking light. I was hoping that I honestly, Joanna, next time, could you get a cane and just drag them like the old school cartoons and just drag them right off the screen? I would just appreciate that if you could do that for me next time instead of the flashing lights work too. I mean, I thought that was good. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Well, John, safe
Studio
travels
close.
to you.
Thank you.
Would you like to? Do you have anything going on that you would like to share before you?
Yeah, I got a quick recap. So we're hopping off just because some people asked about moving. We are trying to go meet with our realtor this weekend and see a bunch of houses. So we're leaving tonight. We are not driving during the day anymore because last time we drove during the day down to New Jersey, it took us 2 extra hours to get there. So never again. We're driving with the truck drivers during the midnight drive and whatever. So I just want to thank everybody really quick for reaching out and caring so much about Joanna this week. We got easily over 100 super kind messages and everything. So if you guys don't know, we didn't really advertise it, and then I just kind of like put it out there because Joanna wanted to make sure people knew about her because she's not going to be in the next few videos. So long story short, ever since she was 28, she has to get a colonoscopy. When she was 28, they found some precancerous polyps that had to be removed. So every year she has to get those removed. So she doesn't end up with colon cancer because unfortunately she has the colon cancer gene. So she's a little bit more susceptible to possibly doing that. They actually said when she was 28, the doctor said that if they hadn't removed the polyps that she wouldn't have lived past 34. So she's 34 today. I'm very lucky and grateful that she's here, but that's just long story short.
Joanna's age.
Did I just say Joanna's age? I did say Joanna's age, but it is what it is. It's the truth. Anyway, thank you to everybody for reaching out and just caring about her and everything. So she's good. She's better. She rested for a few days. She's still got a little bit of healing to do, and then she'll be back up to 100%. But we have our mystery box dropping Saturday night. And a couple different types of videos dropping on the channel with just me over the next few days. So you'll have to deal with that. But thank you guys so much for this amazing family. So
thanks, John. Joanna,
Yeah.
feel better.
Thank you. I wish we didn't have to get off, but it's just hopefully we can leave in the next half hour and we'll probably get there around 3 a.m. So
safe travels, my friend.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I will talk to all you guys soon.
We're sticking around, so don't leave.
Oh, now we can have fun. Finally.
We can talk about John. All right.
Okay. Anybody like to talk about John while he's gone? I would think that would be an amazing time to take that to do that. No, Josh, I see you have. Do you have a couple slides here that we can?
Well, I just brought up this. I thought this was really cool that Funko's starting to do more stuff with celebrities in the Hollywood area and things like that. For $80, you get the pop, you get a poster, you get the signature, you get a photo op, and you get
Danny Trejo.
And Danny Trejo. Like how awesome is that for $80? That's a good deal. I have to say, the line's probably going to be insane because it's like first come, first serve. Like they should have done like pre-order type things for this or something. I kind of hate when they do that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that
no one can line up before 6 a.m. Did you see that line for the Fred thing?
Yeah,
they were way before 6 a.m.
I felt kind of bad. I mean, I don't think that they were trying to do people, but you get people that that get excited when they do those kind of events, and I think if they knew they're getting what they're getting, I don't know if I wouldn't have stayed out there for 10 and 12 hours. It was kind of a bummer, but
I think this is cool if they do more stuff like this and collaborate with people and they get back to doing these. But I mean, for a decent price too, that you're getting all this for, and instead of going to a con or, comic book stores do it all the time. They have people that are signing, that's where I met, Ray Park, and I met Lou Ferrigno and stuff like that at a local comic book shop.
I'd like to see them. You know what I'd like to see them do, because I don't think it'd be super hard. Get with some of your, I think that they got to work with the local, pop stores and stuff like that. These places that have supported them. I'd love to see them set up a signing at one of their locations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funko could facilitate that in some way and like help out some of these smaller stores that's kind of supported them over, the last couple of years here. I think that they're going to need some of that. I like the maybe getting back to, some of the community stuff. I think that this is going to be amazing. I love that they're coming, to the Midwest for what looks like should be a really good show.
I mean, it looks like they're going to be there all 3 days. They're going to have everything set up. They're going to have a booth. You can go visit Loungefly booth without having a reservation or whatever ticket time for it. But Mondo, it sounds like they're bringing Mondo back there, so they must be doing some stuff with them, which is kind of cool out there. So, but another con, which they haven't done ever. Have they ever done C2E2?
No.
I don't know.
No, for sure not.
Ever done it. So I think that's cool. Maybe this is a replacement for ECCC. Something happened with them, it seemed like.
Yeah, it seems like and on top of that, I mean, listen, I love my West Coast people as well, but I mean, everything is on the West Coast. I mean, obviously, other than NYCC. So I love that they're going to do this in Chicago. I hope this becomes a yearly thing. Right now, me and Bree have tentatively. Right now, we're talking about flying into Chicago Friday morning and maybe coming home Friday night because Gabby's got a dance competition, of course, that weekend. So it might be a Friday thing, but depending on what gets announced for C2E2, we might go out to this. I think it might be might be fun, something different.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, I mean, you got everything from your basic days. They're like $55, $65, which actually kind of seems pricey. Like to me, for a con, I don't know. Like I felt like
if you signed up early, I think you could get tickets for $45.
For all 3 days, you can get for $115 though. So I think that's your best bet is getting all 3 days. They want you to sign up for multiple days and get those tickets. So, but yeah, there's talks of is it the first female Freddy or first female mascot? Is it going to be Fredrina? Is it going to be Frida? Is it going to be Sally Funko? Who knows?
I'm curious to see what they're gonna roll out for this because they've already kind of, and I think that I don't know if they haven't announced it, but I've seen stickers on the Sotos already. I know that the Jiminy Cricket had the C2E2 sticker on it. So we know that we're probably going to get that. I think that Soto looks amazing. There was another one,
right?
Yeah, there was another one, and I don't remember what was with Jiminy now. I was so locked in on Jiminy that I couldn't remember what the other one was. But if they do something with the female Freddy here too, it could be a really great springtime
cool. They're
show.
Doing like the Flight Funko Airways theme too, so might be playing around with that. You might see something else. I don't know. I think I can't wait because we should be getting reveals soon, right? Then.
Yeah, I mean we're in March. Tomorrow's March. Believe it or not, we're already at the 1st of March.
End of April. I would say by at least the beginning of April, they'll start doing some reveals. I would think.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how big of a lineup they put out for. Because we haven't heard anything yet. I haven't seen any leaks or anything like that for this one yet.
And then what else was it? Oh, so there was a Loungefly that dropped today. Did you see the Ghostbuster Loungefly?
I don't know if I did see that.
Bag? So they have I've seen the Slimer popcorn bucket before. I saw that.
I did see that.
I think this Loungefly sold out. So it is actually the the Proton Pack looking Loungefly. It's a pretty cool looking Loungefly. But I do remember seeing the popcorn bucket. I think that might be still on there. There's supposed to be like a but the trap is supposed to be another one that's going to come out. But I think the Loungefly sold out. When I went on the site, it said sold out already. So.
Was it limited?
I'm guessing on their site it had to be limited something.
I don't know if it's going to
pop up anywhere else, but it was AMC. and it sold out.
So they sold the Loungefly bag on AMC.
Yeah, this was all sold directly through AMC.
Oh,
and
really?
actually,
That's interesting.
when I clicked on the
No, I
link,
didn't hear that.
it had a 20-minute wait time to get onto the site.
So Cross Save is saying 1,000 pieces. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a good limited because most of the bags they've been dropping with like the pops are 3,000, and 3,000 seems like a lot of bags. 1,000, especially for a good one. Like I'd rock this thing. This looks kind of good.
I know. It sold out. I wonder if they're gonna drop anywhere else, like on the Loungefly site directly, but probably not. AMC. That's cool that they did this in the theaters and they had some cool stuff for this movie. So getting a lot of like hype around it.
Yeah, I think that it's always. I think whenever they can do something, we say it all the time, a little bit outside of the box. I think it's a good thing. It's always going to be a good thing. Especially if you could get them sold out. I mean,
always. I'm always surprised like Funko didn't do more. It would have been a perfect opportunity for them this week to do the Pokemon Day. Like they didn't do anything for Pokemon Day.
Right.
I feel like they could have done something for that. They did show this, so we did talk. John and I talked about this because they teased it last week, but we did not see this until it actually came out. So, what are your thoughts on this one?
The Dunkings. I think that I love that, and I said this when they did the Jason Kelsey pop. I love that. They're a pop culture company. I like that's what they're built on. This is exactly 100% the stuff that they should be doing.
Quick on it, like finally, like you're getting on it quick.
Yeah, which tells me they're starting to get some of that stuff because I felt like they're very slow reacting to a lot of things, and I know that some of that's delays for for a lot of different things. I know that they've probably been understaffed too, but I like some of I'd rather see more stuff like this than them keep on going while like down the Gold's mold or a Gold's figures and doing that kind of thing. I'd rather them do some of this more unique stuff. I think that this
and it might not be for everyone, but it's timely. It's there. If you want it, if it's fun, if you're a Duncan lover, grab on it. That kind of thing. It's cool. So I wonder, did anyone actually order this one too? I'm curious if like anyone in.
I did not get any of the Dunkings, but I did pick up. So. Yeah, I listen. I would probably switch my name too. Is the Kelsey pop going to be limited to the pre-orders? I said this in the comment that I made on whatever post I commented at the time. I 100% think that they should do that. They should tell how many they pre-ordered and not. I hope and pray like they don't sell any more other than the pre-orders. Like I think that it should have just been the pre-orders. Whatever the pre-orders is the limit or the edition size that it's going to be. They should announce how many pieces that pop is going to end up being, and I think that makes it more collectible, and it gives a little bit of a not a benefit, but it makes people like next time they do something like that, you're more more ready to sign up for something like that. I think that it's exactly what they should do, and I hope that they do it that way.
I mean, there wasn't a ton of other like news. I mean, the Daredevil released.
That was very Speaking of not being timely, like they waited
like, way off. Like here we go. I'll bring it up for you.
It was a pretty cool pop too. Like I like this pop, but the box almost ruins it for me because I thought She-Hulk was just not that good of a show, unfortunately. It wasn't horror. Like I watched the whole thing.
It was fun, but it wasn't like
you're not excited for pops from that show, right?
This Daredevil, like timely would have been when they showed Daredevil in She-Hulk and people freaked out about seeing Daredevil. Like that's timely. Oh yeah, we're gonna release this exclusive. This is gonna be how many?
Like this, like months? I said, this is a
year after it came out. I feel like it's been a year. or more.
Feels like it
2
was
years?
5 years ago, but yeah,
I think it's about a year and a half since She-Hulk came out, because I remember right before She-Hulk came out, we were in Georgia, Tennessee, in the mountains, and one of our good friends, he invited someone that lived not far away to come visit us at the cabin, and she actually is one of the characters in She-Hulk. She's the
oh yeah,
um,
I remember you saying that.
yeah. So she was telling us, she couldn't tell us much, but we did see the commercial with her in it, so you knew what her character was and that. But it was like, yeah, that that was
A
that was
long
2
time
years
ago
ago.
now.
That was 2 years ago, but it was summer 2 years ago, like August
Yeah,
2 years ago.
I think we're finally getting the last of the few. I'd like to see them go to less drops a week, like maybe get back to the one a week type of
I
drops,
mean,
because honestly, they start to pile up, and then you get, they just have kind of lost their luster, especially, you know,
I think what you need to do is, I don't mind it, because if they're trying to sell more exclusives through them, maybe that's the way to do it. I think they need to have more exclusive with chases. I think that helps them have a little
yeah,
bit of thrill. I think they need to do that more often. I mean, Chalice and others are doing that more often now with their exclusives, right? You're seeing them more and
yeah.
more. Some of those are getting, so why not? Like, why isn't Funko doing it with their Funko drops? I mean, I could see everyone almost having a chase, like,
Yeah, there's not a huge reason not to. I mean, cost aside, I mean, if you're going to move
you
more
get people
product,
buying multiple. Then you won't buy one; you'll
yeah.
buy multiple. Yeah,
Although if this one had a chase, I don't think I'd buy multiple. I probably won't. If I was a huge Daredevil fan, like I think this pop is a
yeah.
very cool one, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, there
I think
wasn't.
people can wait. Maybe it'll be in a future red mystery box. I don't.
Yeah, you're probably, unfortunately, probably right with that.
Freddy mystery box. I felt like I got a bunch of, when they did the birthday Freddy or anniversary Freddy, and you got 6 pops. I think I got
Yeah,
always
still
got
gotta-
something from like 2 or 3 Marvel pops. I felt like that were exclusives.
Yeah, you just said that, and I forgot. Like when we ordered that I think it was the birthday one, the last one, which I think was
Yeah,
the birthday
anniversary
mystery
one, 25.
Yeah, and we didn't get the mystery box. They sent us one pop instead, like one Kuromi something or another pop. And I
Yeah.
think I forgot to say anything, and I should have. I mean, I got video proof. They could see me opening it.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll take my word for it, but I still got to reach out to them. That was like probably a month and a half ago now, unfortunately. But
Or the other one. No, you might have got the was it the sleepy bedtime Freddy or whatever?
maybe it was maybe it was that one. Maybe I have all these Freddys are starting to race around in my head. Yeah, it could have been that. It could have been the sleepy time Freddy that I missed out on.
What's going
Mason?
on? All right.
Yeah, whatever the last one was, I can't remember now.
Yeah. That's what I feel like. Is like whatever the last one was, they dropped with this. What was I thinking?
Yeah, so from what I understand, yeah, they are supposed to have a sale tomorrow. I know they just had a 25% off sale, so is it going to be better than that? I'll be looking, if any of the sodas go on sale, I'll pick up some more.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like the last time that the soda went on sale, we finally kind of ran through the stuff. It felt really good to open up some sodas again. So I'm really hoping we get those sales back out, because I still want to pick up the Peanuts cooler. I'm going to grab that, but I don't think I could pay.
I do. I want to get Peanuts cooler. I still need to get a 3-liter Bumble. I haven't yet.
You haven't got the 3-liter Bumble?
Sale. Yeah. I hadn't. I don't know. It's like, I like it, but I feel like I already have. I don't know. It was one of those that are like, do I get it? Do I feel like I weighed on it? So I'll wait. I was waiting to see if it went on sale.
That one didn't go on a good sale.
No.
Bumble never went on a good sale, because I would have 100% grabbed
20.
another 1 or 3 of those. So if they do, you might see a couple more 3 liters coming in here because I got way too many Oogie Boogies last time. I realized I think I bought 4. I don't need 4 of those. What was I? I don't know what I was doing.
All right, let's
And
go
I put
totally
those
off
in my
topic,
closet.
Vince. All right, so you just went to Disney World, you and the family, and I met you guys out at Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
What was your favorite ride at Animal Kingdom?
Listen, it's got to be the safari. I love the safari over at
I love
Animal
the
Kingdom.
safari too. It's a must
We-
almost every time.
We went on it twice that day.
Yeah.
I saw the most disturbing thing between these 2 giraffes that I won't even go into details what I saw. It was just it's not even anything. I can't even describe what I saw. I'll tell Josh off air. And
No,
maybe
you
I'll
told
tell
me.
a select
Shannon
few.
told you what happened, didn't she? Or she told
Oh
Bree?
no, you already. Yeah, you do know.
Yeah.
No, Shannon told me why they were doing what they were doing, and they weren't mating. So it was way worse than that. It was.
They're prepping for mating. No, that's what.
Yeah, look that up. You guys can search that. Look up the prep for mating of giraffes, and then use your imagination. It was 10 times worse than that because I saw it in person. So, yeah, it was awful. But no, for sure. I mean, animal. I love that. I love that because you get something different every time you're on that ride. And I can 100% say that never seen anything like that in my life. And wow, nature
Did you
is
see the
something.
baby elephant? Did you get to see the baby?
Yeah,
elephant?
we got to see a little glimpse of the baby elephant. He was behind a gigantic rock, but he came out for a second. It was worth it.
I don't know. I love that park because I like just walking through. We didn't really walk through the trails this time, but I've done the trails before. We'll walk through the trails almost every time. I mean, this is probably the one of the few times we didn't go through both the trails, those type of things too. And of course, are you one to do Flight of Passage? Did you do that, or did you just wait with everything?
Flight of Passage. You know what? Me and
would
Gabby
start.
did something else. Everybody else wanted to wait, so they waited the hour, and me and Gabby went
More.
on.
It
We
was
went
more
on
than
like
an
2 or
hour.
3 other rides in the meantime. So we kind of took off that part.
Okay. I like that ride a lot. I think it's great, but yeah, when we heard the wait time, and then Bree, I think I texted her later. I'm like, I'm glad we left because it started, raining by the time we just missed the traffic too. If you ever at Disney, do not leave property at
No.
5 o'clock. 5 to 6 o'clock, you'll be sitting in like probably similar traffic that you sat in on the other day.
Yeah,
on the
it can definitely get
like to
brutal.
leave property. I think everyone's leaving like that works at like the Disney, like other places, parts of Disney that are out there, and stuff like that. Because when we go into Disney at that time, we see everyone like in line waiting to leave, and we're going to Disney, so we're like, bye, see you.
Patty, you don't even want listen. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. But message me and I'll tell you. But you don't even want to know. Trust me.
I will say there was so much new Loungefly too. Like every time I go there, I feel like there's
Loungefly. They're still cranking out the Loungefly. I'd love to. I'd love to see more park exclusive pops.
I only had one. I saw one.
Which one? The star one?
The Wish.
The Wish star.
The Wish super sparkly.
You know what? I wanted to pick that one up, and I never seen it. Not that I haven't even seen the movie, but the pop looked kind of cool. It was in I think it's a sideways box, which I'm.
No, I think it was in a regular box. I think I took a picture of it. It was in a regular box, but it was. I wasn't that impressed with it. I mean,
no,
I was like, yeah. The artwork though, you didn't get to go to Epcot. And Bree just missed it. So the week before, we went to Epcot for Festival of Arts. And some of that
we've been
artwork
there
was
at that time
amazing.
before.
Yeah, I love the artwork, and then with the annual pass, you can get your like discount on it too.
Yeah,
and I picked up a couple of the like Star Wars posters. They're pretty amazing.
There's great stuff. There really is some great artwork.
Yeah, we had we try to hit up, but you guys got to do the after hours thing, which is what was it? Hollywood,
yeah. That's the way to go, guys. If you go to Disney World, do an after hours party. You can get on everything that you want to get on. You only got to stay for like 4 hours instead of 12 hours. You know, it's like the best of both worlds. And you don't have to pay for extra.
And it's cooler because it's night. So
yeah, just the weather was beautiful. I mean, we had amazing time.
You guys picked the perfect week to come.
Yeah, we got super lucky. Last time we paid for it because we got like 40-degree weather and it rained half the time. This time was good, so I'm not going to complain. We were very fortunate, but
the weekend before was like torrential rain all
that's what I heard
both days. So you literally just missed that.
Yeah, you can get that or that ridiculous heat. So no, we were super fortunate. But I'm glad to be back because we got some amazing stuff coming up this week. Josh, because we don't have a ton of Funko stuff, and me and you could probably talk about Disney for the next 3 hours, but some people may or may not like that talk. I don't know. But Josh, what do you have coming up this week?
Yeah, so we have our Freddy box coming up this week. We have what else coming up? I have some.
Oh, your Ralphie's Freddy box.
Yeah, I need to do the Ralphie's Freddy box this week.
Okay,
we're doing coming up this weekend. NFTs. I have a bunch of those to start unboxing, as I think I said last time. So we're gonna start slowly, kind of going through some of those. Some things like Adventure Time came in, WB Horror, and and all kind, and some one-offs that I only got 1 or 2 of the sets. One of the 2 or the things. So got some of those to unbox, which I'm excited for to check out. And I really like taking them out and checking them out now too. Several of them.
I do.
Detail on them are amazing. Some of the different NFTs. So, we didn't have an auction this week. We skipped it, but we'll have an auction next week. I'm gonna do some deals, some winner's choice and stuff like that, and then we'll probably have a buy it now kind of mystery box as well too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some stuff coming up with those. So, I don't think we had any. We still haven't got any new sodas or anything to unbox. So probably won't do any kind of soda stuff.
Yeah, we've got.
I have some, but I'm just keeping them put away. I think at this point.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, at this point, if you don't need them.
Yeah. How about you? What do you guys have coming up?
Well, we skipped because we were flying back into town on Tuesday. We actually skipped our auction on Tuesday. We moved it to tomorrow, so we're gonna have an auction tomorrow. Probably do winner's choice. So if you guys don't like mystery box stuff and you just want to see if there's anything to pick up, come out tomorrow. If you do like mystery boxes, we will do another short run or low risk fun mystery box on Tuesday next week. So you guys can come and join us for that. We have some videos that we need to film still. So hopefully we're going to get that put out. If everything works out perfect, Saturday's video, we'll have a short pop hunt over at our local pop store, My Pops. So if I can pull that together, that's going to be Saturday's video along with a mystery box that we opened, which I can't remember because we opened it before we went on vacation, but it was probably fun, I think. And then we'll have, we just got a whole new round of mystery boxes in while we're out of town. So we got some more Pop King Paul boxes. I think I got 6 from him right now. H1K, a couple came in. We got Michael's. I know that I got tracking information today. Michael sent his out. We're going to be doing a soda battle with a bunch of different channels coming up in the next 2 weeks, I believe. I'll promote that more next week. So a couple of the people were here in chat. I know Jeremy Collects, I believe, was in here earlier. He's definitely in it. And I know there was a bunch of other people as well. So that's going to be super fun. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Not a ton of news tonight, so we're not going to go super long tonight. Hopefully there's going to be stuff announced over the next week or so for C2E2. We're going to get to talk about all that stuff. Hopefully some cool drops this week. I hope that we hear about that Velma soda. I've seen it. I'm hoping that that's going to be a con soda. That's what I keep on saying. I didn't get to talk about it last week, but I'm hoping, even though it got canceled, I'm hoping we see it again later on this year at one of the cons. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed as far as that goes. But guys, man, other than that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think that's it for me. John's got his stuff going on. Josh has got his stuff. I think we went over all of that. So have an amazing evening. Having an amazing rest of this week and weekend. And we will see you guys in the videos this week and next week. Good night, everyone.